about different activities that you can use to teach colour. A lot of parents are asking us about different activities that they can do to teach colour and how they know when their child's really learnt the concept of colour. And I would just say that you just have to do loads of different activities. You know, repeating the same activity doesn't mean that they've necessarily grasped the concept fully. So try and change it up as much as you can. And some of these activities are great today because they're just really quick and easy that you can just make at home and have some fun with. So let's have a look. As I said in one of our previous videos, I love trying to cover as many developmental skills as possible in one activity because it just kind of gets everything done in one hit. So these are some really good activities for combining those fine motor skills such as posting, which kids really tend to enjoy activities where they can get hands on. So the first thing that we've got is just some very simple coffee tins, just with a lid, just with a hole cut in the lid of them. That you can cut out different shapes. You could just chop up loads of paper, it doesn't have to be shapes. This obviously just adds in that element that they can just match and just post into the right colour. This is another one, same principle really, where it's just a toilet roll and your child can join in with the colouring of the toilet roll. You can cut whatever shape you fancy for the top. These were just easy, these were flowers that I've just stuck onto the top with sellotape, and it's literally, just grab a bit of sellotape, fold it over a few times, whack it across the top and just stick it down like that. Okay, so nothing complicated, no messy glue or anything, just a few bits of sellotape. You can see here I've just differentiated it slightly because obviously if a child's got some mobility issues or fine motor control problems, it might be better if it's angled slightly towards them. So I just chopped an angle on the toilet roll there. And I also made some snips up at the bottom, so if you needed to stabilise it more, you could either put blue tack or a bit of sellotape and just really stick it to the table so that it moves around less. And again, same with the posting tins, you can find whatever you need to. Got some little foam balls here, and again, they can just practice popping in. Just some random bits of card that I just cut. You know, your kid again can practice their scissor skills with this, chopping up the bits of paper themselves and then posting it into the right colour. If your child's not quite up to using scissors yet, then you can just do some tearing and some scrunching. That's just some tissue paper, but again, any kind of craft paper that you've got around the house is fine, and that's just practicing as well that fine motor skill of putting things in as well. Okay, so this is a really lovely homemade activity that I just whipped up. So all it is just a bit of card I ripped off the side of a cardboard box, and then the adult needs to do this part obviously, just to use a craft knife just to make some holes. Probably can't see them, but there's just some holes that I've put there. And for an added bit of challenge, again, match it to the level of your child. Some of my lines are on a diagonal, some of them go parallel and some of them go horizontal, so you can make this as challenging as you want it to be, but again, it's incorporating those aspects of fine motor control as well. I find it easiest, I put 4 big blobs of blue tack on the corners just to lift it up slightly off the table, and then just stick that down. And these are just some Lollipop Sticks that I've coloured in, but obviously we'll leave that one. Obviously you could get your child to join in with colouring the sticks in and choosing the colours that they want to do, and then it's just a case of finding the hole and popping in the sticks for a bit of colour matching and fine motor. If this is going to be too hard for your child, or perhaps they're just working on that pulling out motion, you can use things like Play-Doh. They're really great as well because it's nice and soft and easy to mould. But you can use anything. This is a pipe cleaner, sticking that one in. These are just objects I found around the house, some art materials, again just matching that colour up, or again the Lollipop Sticks. But that's a really great activity if your child's learning to pull things out, because they get a little bit of resistance from the dough, but it still comes out quite easily. So just a little bit of differentiation. So we're talking a lot obviously about colour today, and just to say as well, it's really important that even if your child is not at the level yet where they are telling you about colours or telling you what colour things are, that you bring that vocabulary to them, and that you're using the signs, the symbols, the words, whatever method of communication it is that your child's working with, that you bring them that vocabulary so that they can begin to place those concepts. So, you know, telling them, you've got the green ball, oh, we're in Daddy's red car today. Just bringing those words to them can really help them to develop those concepts as they move along. So let's have a look at another activity today. This again, just a simple piece of cardboard that I ripped off a cardboard box and drew 3 circles on. I hope you can see those. We've got a purple, we've got a brown, and we've got a green. I have sellotaped it onto this bowl because it just makes it that bit sturdier, which takes an element of frustration away from your child. But again, you could just hold this for them, whatever is easiest for you. And then you can see again, differentiated this. You can do all your holes the same. I just wanted to show you 3 different ones. So here you can see I've cut the hole completely, which obviously makes it very easy for it to fit through. Here I've cut away 1 section, so it's kind of the middle size difficulty. And here it's just that I've cut straight lines, so they've really got to work a little bit. But again, we're bringing in that fine motor element, which is really great for their all-round development. So I have just put a load of, sorry I don't want to tip them out, fluffy pom-poms into a bowl of pasta. Now, it's just bringing another sensory element to the activity. It's bringing auditory stimulation, it's bringing tactile stimulation. But again, you don't have to do it if your kid doesn't like doing that. Just have the pom-poms out in a little bowl by themselves. It's whatever suits you and your child. So again, this is just a simple kind of find the colour and push it in. So obviously you would be doing this flat on the table. So again, you can see they've really got to push that green one, whereas the brown one, it's a little bit easier for them. Okay, so we're just combining as many learning experiences as we can into that one. Now, I've had the privilege of being a teacher for a number of years, and I am a teacher, and everybody tells me, oh Hannah, you're such a teacher, but I do also believe that having fun and a bit of a laugh is well worth the effort. So this is the last activity that I'm going to show you today, and this is your colour party poppers, to show that even I can have fun and just enjoy myself whilst just adding a little bit of a learning experience to it. So all you need for this one is a balloon. You're going to chop off the top of the balloon, so the round part, and you're just going to slide the bottom part over. This is just a toilet roll. I've wrapped mine in paper. You could get your kids to paint the toilet rolls, colour them in, whatever they want to do, so that we're still doing that nice little bit of colour matching. And then you're going to fill it with the matching colour. So again, we can really differentiate this to the level that your child's working at. If they're using those scissor skills, I've just cut up a pipe cleaner here into little bits, just to give them that challenge of cutting through something hard. They can just chop up paper. They can tear off strips of paper and just scrumple it into a ball if they're working at that larger hand level. And you can just shove them in there. And quite simply, all you have to do then is pull back on your string and ping. Obviously have a little bit of mess at the end, but it's always worth it if you learn something, isn't it?